All right, so I'm here with my good buddy, Daniel Olewicz. Hello, mate.
Nice to be here. Thanks for
having me. A nice
me,
diplomatic handshake. You were
Always.
telling me just before that actually this is the first time you've been in Warsaw for Independence Day.
Absolutely. This is my first ever Independence Day march, Independence Day celebration in Warsaw. Honestly, I think up to this point, this has always just been a święto. But today it's like Dzień Niepodległości, and it's a bit more serious this time around.
So for anyone who doesn't know Independence Day, Dzień Niepodległości, can you maybe just explain to our viewers, our lovely viewers, we love you guys and girls, why Independence Day actually matters for Polish people?
Absolutely. So Polish people are really into their history, absolutely, and we've got a very fascinating history at that. So if we take it back to 1795, when Poland was partitioned for the third time, we basically lost our country. We lost our borders. We had no country, no government, no army, none of that. We were partitioned by, Prussia, Russia, Germany, and we didn't have a country basically. And we were wiped off the face of the map. But yet somehow Poland, even though it wasn't on the maps, it remained in people's hearts. People fought for Poland. They kept it going with underground schools, the stories they told, poems, songs. That hope, that nation still lived in people's hearts. And obviously the history behind it is for 123 years we didn't have that country, but in 1918 we got our independence back. But it wouldn't have been without all the people, all the sacrifices, the belief, the faith. Keep it going. So I think it's very important to remember history. I think it's so important. History repeats itself because people don't learn their history. That's why we end up making the same mistakes over and over. So I think it's very important to remember your history, to celebrate your history, to remember those who came before us, what they did, our struggles, our ups and downs. And this is a story of defeat and being down, but then also a triumph at the end of it. And I think that's kind of what being Polish is about, It's that you said this in our interview, it's the lows and the highs of life, I've been thinking about what you said, honestly, as Poland as the, what do you call it?
It's like metaphor for life.
Metaphor for life, and the human condition.
Did you put it quite...
And it's very true, so...
You put it well there, and it's like at any point in those 123 years, people could have just given up,
Totally.
Of course they had multiple identities, they mixed in and stuff like that, but the idea was kept alive.
Yeah.
And the nation as an idea is actually really, what is a nation if not us all agreeing to this idea that we belong together? And the Poles have it here. Now, the march is also controversial. Mm-hmm. I know this is your first, I'm not going to...
Correct. I've been
like
reading up on actually the fact that it is controversial. I didn't even really know that. I always
it's
saw...
Poland, mate. Everything's controversial.
Everything's
in this country.
controversial. Yeah, sure.
You're not, have you seen any fascism?
No, not
horrible.
Yet. Absolutely not. Yet. Actually, I'm just...
Be alive to this, Daniel, okay?
I'm just taking it all in. It is incredible to see everyone out, the nation's colours on full display, the white and the red, people wearing it proudly, proud to be Polish. I'm looking around now and still taking it in. I only arrived, an hour ago. It is beautiful to see. I'm still taking it in. I will be the whole day.
We're going to report back later on, okay?
Yes, please do.
Now,
it's incredible. No, right now all I see is just everyone being peaceful. A few people walk in front of the camera, but that's fine,
That does happen.
Peaceful. I see patriotism, love for country, but we'll see what happens. The day is still young.
The day is yet young. Well, the last few years has been pretty peaceful, but when I was the first coming to the Independence Day march, it kind of kicked off a little bit. So
okay.
Yeah. Hopefully that won't happen this year.
What happened in a nutshell?
Oh, mate, but burning, smashing up, fights with police officers and stuff. But that was a long, long time ago. It's not like that now. We'll be reporting back in anyway, Daniel. I'm sure we'll be doing some content later on. Mate, now you've got quite an interesting biography because you're actually born in the US and then your family moved to the UK when you were 5, if I remember rightly. That's why you speak with this beautiful English accent.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
We were talking before we filmed about how you've been discovering and rediscovering your Polish identity. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that process has looked like for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So obviously it might sound better if I would just be like, I've always been so into Poland and into my Polish roots. However, just because I was born in the States, I grew up in England, I've always had a bit of an identity crisis.
Yeah.
You could say my family wasn't super patriotic, so I never went to Polska Szkoła, Polish school, which is that Saturday school where you learn the language, you study our history. Never went to that. So honestly, with my upbringing, I never really got a chance to embrace being Polish. No one really drilled into me, listen, you're Polish, which there's a responsibility to that, and that's a very cool thing, and here's our history. Obviously, I spoke the language, not very well, still getting better at the moment, much better, but
Całkiem dobrze radzi. Potwierdzam.
it's only since moving to Poland in 2020 that I really start actually paying attention and kind of tuning in to my Polish heritage and into the history, rediscovering the history, improving the language, because language all comes with that, all of that, the culture, discovering the culture, and it's a beautiful thing. So right now in this current story arc I'm on, I'm still actually learning. I'm still in a learning phase, and I think that's beautiful. And it's never too late to learn about your country's history, about where you come from, about your people. And the thing is, I've got this family tree, and it's a massive family tree, and the guy who works on it has dedicated probably hundreds of hours into making it.
Oh, I think you showed me.
I showed you.
Yeah, you showed me. It's wild.
It's
huge.
It's got hundreds of ancestors on it. It stems back certain parts of it all the way to like the 14th or 13th century. And so all Polish people, all my ancestors have been born or grew up, lived and died on this very land. And I think it's special to be here now and to really be continuing the tradition, the continuity. What is a country if not the continuation of the stories, the traditions, the symbols, the language, the culture? So I'm here to preserve that a little bit, celebrate it, and just learn. I'm here with an open mind.
Now, one thing I would say is, and you're a little bit younger than me, I feel like in the UK, we kind of got a bit postmodern, and the idea of a country as being important and loving your country is kind of a little bit passé. Maybe that's maybe a generous way of putting it, but maybe it's like uznane za not so far, but we also have the empire as part of our culture in the UK as well.
Yes.
Now, Poland didn't have an empire, it had a very troubled past, inspirational past, as you said before. Do you think I'm right? Do you think there's like a difference in the way that these two countries recognize and remember themselves?
100% right. America too is, yeah.
Because you guys play,
in the time I grew up in,
to the flag and stuff like that.
Yeah, I never did that. I was too young, but they do that. In the time I grew up in, it's, like you said, postmodern era, where it's kind of being patriotic, having a love for your country is almost like a bad thing. Something we should shy away from doing, has negative connotations. So because of that, that's another thing that contributed to the fact that I never really was like super into my Polish identity or any national identity for that matter. And that conditioning is still a little bit in me, even today, as I walk around here. A part of me is like slightly on edge, like, this is okay. But it's like, whoa, I've never seen this happening before. Like, people, we're Polish, we're here, we're proud to be Polish, let's celebrate it. It's like, whoa, this is the first time I'm really seeing this kind of national pride, because in the UK it should be shameful of being British. That's the kind of vibe I grew up in, whether it's the school system, the people, the media telling you that, the movies. But now this is a whole different side of it, and I like it. It's okay. It's okay to be proud of who you are and where you come from.
Huge shouts out to I think he wants to give us a beautiful image, but maybe not so much caring about the sound. Yeah, I agree, Daniel. Like, we can debate this, right? There's something, it can go too far, of course, but
yes.
You went back 100 years ago, they were like, of course you have ceremonies to mark your national days, because the nation state's important.
Exactly.
I feel like young people today kind of feel like they could live anywhere, and as a result, they feel like they live nowhere.
Yes.
You're quite young, younger than me, as I keep on going on about every time we meet. But, like, joking aside, do you feel like young men and women are a little bit rootless today? And is the nation the answer to that?
We are definitely a little bit rootless. There's a crisis, a lack of meaning. I personally think it's because of modern technology and phones and social media, because you said that people can live anywhere, so in a sense they kind of live nowhere. Really, where people live nowadays, especially young people, they live on these devices. That's where they're spending their time, in a digital reality. Even though they are physically in the country of Poland, digitally they are elsewhere. You know, their mind is in this, and God knows what they're watching, what their algorithm is feeding them, and what they're consuming. And they're not out here speaking their language or learning. They're not interested in learning their culture from their parents and hearing their stories, because they've got all this explosion of new stuff.
You can be in an
here.
American culture essentially all day long. Yeah.
And I think that is a big issue.
So we're going to go into our quickfire round right now, okay, mate? Okay. Favourite Polish food?
Oh yeah, okay. No, it's not going to be that quick. Let me think about it. Honestly, when the time is right, a good schabowy with mashed potatoes and probably, what's that one called? Smażana kapusta?
Smażana kapusta?
What do you call it?
Fried?
Zasmażana kapusta? I think that's a really good one right there.
Good choice, popular choice.
Yeah.
Żurek tends to come up a little bit higher than schabowy, but we can discuss that off camera.
I think soup should have its own category, and then I can give you my favourite soup.
But you eat soup. So, this feels like a different episode entirely. Daniel, favourite Polish place?
Favourite Polish place? Honestly.
Just say Krakow, mate. We both know it's Krakow. Come on. You can say it. No one will hurt you here.
It's definitely Krakow. But second favourite is here, Warsaw for sure.
You don't get any points for saying that, Daniel, all right?
No,
we all know it's the other way around. Joke.
Like I said, I'm still in the learning phase. So
there's always room.
I'm yet to find maybe my favourite place, you know.
Okay. Place in Poland that you haven't been to, but you really should have been. Everyone says Szczecin.
I think it would be Gdańsk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, we've got to take you
I
there.
don't think I've been.
Wow. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. Everything, wszystko przed sobą, everything in front of you as well. Okay. Favourite Polish word?
It's got to be... Honestly,
no swearing.
No swearing.
Mr. Lelevich.
All right, no swearing. I was going to swear.
Family-friendly channel, all right?
There's so many good ones,
Łabędzie,
you know?
it's Łabędzie.
So many good ones.
I'll just fill in the time whilst Daniel thinks.
Yeah. Obviously, editing is going to make this quick fire.
Not much edit on this one, mate. So.
This is the slowest portion.
So my one, whilst Daniel's thinking, is oczywiście, which, no, I said it for quite a long time because I just love the way oczywiście. You know, there's a lot of different like ups and downs you can do inside that word. I'm hoping the cogs have turned a little bit in Daniel's brain. I tell you what.
Right, dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Yes.
Okay, good actually. Good, heartfelt, meaningful.
2 words, but I like it.
If you had to be locked in a prison cell with any Polish person, dead or alive, someone you could actually talk with, presumably, or whatever you want to do with, who would that be?
Honestly, get me in there with... a couple good ones going through my mind right now.
You can
I'll
share
sit
a
down
cell
with
if you
John
want
Paul
to.
II.
John Paul II?
Yeah.
That's a great answer, man.
Legend.
That's a great answer. Daniel,
Make
thanks
sure
so
to
much.
take a picture as well while I'm in there with him.
Yeah. All right, Daniel, thank you very much. We're gonna spend today together and go through this march, and we'll come back to you as well.
Take care of me.